Part 2 on GNSS-SDR-LIB-PVT, the PVT modification for SDR-LIB. Now in this section I'm going to talk about hardware and software. And the hardware that I'm using in this demo is the new elect version of the RTLSDR dongle. It's got a higher quality oscillator as compared to most RTLSDRs, so it's pretty important to have that good oscillator for good tracking for GPS. I use a U-Blox high precision ANN MB1 or MB2 antenna. The new MB2 antenna has a slightly higher gain and seems to work a little better. I also use a 10 meter SparkFun low loss SMA cable, and then the laptop I'm using for this demo is a Darter Pro Linux, 22 cores and 64 megabytes of RAM. Software, some of the suggestions for when you get to building this version: make sure that you've got the correct path to the font file that's used by SDL2. That's spelled out in the INI file, which I'll show you in a little bit. Ensure that you have the proper libraries installed. That's SDL2, effect library, and the FFT library. You'll go to the directory where the make file is, and that's the CLI Linux directory. And you'll see that in a second, and we'll make the program, build it. And then to run it, you go to the bin directory and you type in GNSS-SDR-LIB-PVT. I'm only showing lib here, but it's actually -PVT. And a side note that's a bit frustrating is sometimes the SDL2 threads appear to take a while to be released from the build process. I think that's what's happening. So you might have to start the program a time or two to get it going. That sometimes happens. So let me go ahead and show you the file structure. So here's a short clip of the file structure. These are the bin files. And then in the CLI directory, there's a Linux directory here with where the object files will be created and the make file is. There's the libs, the NML lib and the other lib, and then also the source files are here. So those are that's the basic structure of the program. Now if we go to the INI file, there's a general INI file, and down at the bottom you see the link where the font is. You need to have that be correct, and you can put an initial condition if you want here. And then the RTL file, you can run it in real-time mode, or you can enable this line or run it in file playback mode. And that's the basics of the two INI files. And then finally, let's see, to build the program, let's see if this is to build the program, it went pretty quick, but you type in make, and let me go back and start it again so you can see it. But it's hard to see down there. But anyway, it's you type in, go to the CLI Linux directory, type in make, and it builds the program like you're seeing here. And then once you're done, you'll have the executable in the bin folder. And that's it for part 2.